A murder in mid-Michigan overnight. We're live with the breaking details of this deadly shooting.
Plus, review of the facts. The Pentagon now sending a team to investigate the attack in West Africa that killed 4 U.S. soldiers and wounded 2 others.
From your breaking news and weather authority, you're watching News 10 Today.
We are following breaking news this morning. A man is gunned down in the city of Jackson this morning. Police on the hunt for a killer.
A 22-year-old man is dead and 2 teenagers wounded in the shooting late Wednesday night. News 10's Susan Elcori is live in Jackson at Henry Ford Allegion's Health with the breaking details on the city's latest homicide. Susan.
Kirk, Laura, police are still trying to piece together exactly what happened. We just learned a 22-year-old man died here and 2 18-year-olds are being treated for gunshot wounds. Now, police say all 3 were in a car that was hit in a drive-by shooting last night, and the driver was the only one who wasn't injured, and he actually drove all 3 of them here where they're now being treated. Now, this all happened just before 10 o'clock last night. Police say that's when they got a call of a shots fired report at the area of Biddle and 2nd Streets. Within minutes of that, police say the 3 victims showed up at Henry Ford Allegion's Hospital. Now, police are not releasing the victim's name and tell us that no arrests have been made at this time. While police investigating, they're not saying if this was a random or targeted shooting. I'll be working to learn more and we'll have updates for you through the morning. Live in Jackson, Susan Elcori, News 10 Today. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Susan. Police are asking anyone with information about this incident to please contact the Jackson Police Department. It's going to be a nice day, maybe.
Yeah, weather-wise today, it's a promising-looking day for us. And temperatures kind of similar to where they were yesterday, maybe just a degree or 2 cooler. Our weather headlines talking about sunshine again today. Highs should be in the upper 60s. We will turn a lot cooler as we head into next week. Right now, we are starting off with temperatures in the low to mid-50s. Today, it is a mostly sunny day. Should be able to top out around 67 in St. John's. Predicted high today in Lansing, 68. And we see the temperatures today in the upper 60s, maybe a few spots touching 70 in Jackson and in Hillsdale. Time now to check out time-saver traffic on this Thursday morning. And if you're heading out on the roads right now, no problems being reported. Lansing area traffic moving at posted speeds. That is the case in Jackson as well.
Thank you, Darren. Taking a look at the day ahead, the mid-Michigan teenager accused of beating his grandmother with a baseball bat is expected back in a Jackson courtroom this morning for a pre-exam conference. Prosecutors say 17-year-old Brett Goodneff attacked his 58-year-old grandmother on October 4th at her home in Rives Township during an argument over a cell phone. The woman suffered injuries to her arms, head, and back and is still recovering. The teen suspect was arrested while riding his bike along Interstate 94. He faces up to life in prison if convicted.
A former substitute teacher accused of having sex with a student is also expected in court today. Allison Moran's pre-exam conference continues at the 55th District Court in Mason. She was arraigned last month on sex charges, including 3 felony counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct involving a student between 15 and 18 years old. Prosecutors say the ex-sub for Stockbridge Schools sent nude photos to a teen boy on Snapchat. She also allegedly had sex with the boy at her home in Dansville. Flags around the state will be lowered today in honor of a fallen Michigan soldier. U.S. Army Sergeant Michael Yakinen died earlier this month while stationed in the Netherlands. His funeral service is set for this morning in Flint. Yakinen was an Army chaplain assistant and served a tour of duty in Afghanistan. Governor Rick Snyder says his service to this country will never be forgotten.
New this morning, funeral services are now set for one of the 4 American soldiers killed in an ambush in Niger. The funeral for Army Sergeant LaDavid Johnson is this weekend. A memorial is tomorrow night and the funeral service Saturday morning. Johnson was 25 years old and enlisted in the Army just 3 years ago. He leaves behind his wife, who is pregnant with the couple's 3rd child. This morning, President Trump continues to reject claims that he was disrespectful to Johnson's grieving widow. The president came under fire after a Florida congresswoman claimed she heard the call Trump made to Johnson's wife, reportedly saying the soldier must have known what he signed up for. A defiant President Trump Wednesday says he never said that. He even says he has proof.
Didn't say what that congresswoman said. Didn't say it at all. She knows it, and she now is not saying it. I did not say what she said, and I'd like her to make the statement again because I did not say what she said.
Well, I don't know what kind of proof he could be talking about. I'm not the only person that was in the car. And I have proof, too. This man is a sick man. He's cold-hearted, and he feels no pity or sympathy for anyone. And when she actually hung up the phone, she looked at me and said, he didn't even know his name. Now, that's the worst part.
The family of the slain soldier confirms the statement from Representative Frederica Wilson is correct. An aunt who raised Sergeant Johnson says she was in the car as well and says she feels the president showed disrespect. The White House says there is no recording of Trump's call to Johnson's widow. The U.S. government now trying to get to the bottom of what exactly happened in Niger 2 weeks ago when the 4 American soldiers were killed in an ambush by ISIS. The Pentagon confirming this morning it has sent a team to Africa for a review of the facts. Republican Senator John McCain told the media this week the Trump administration was not forthcoming about what happened in Niger.
An Eaton Rapids police officer who says she was fired after speaking out on sexual harassment at the department is now suing the city. Officer Lisa Kirby filed a lawsuit in federal court Tuesday claiming harassment and discrimination. She was fired in June of 2016, but reinstated to her post in January after filing a grievance. Since she has been back, the 45-year-old officer says she has been the target of, quote, retaliatory harassment. The sexual harassment claims by Kirby started in 2015 when she informed the police chief that an officer had sexually harassed her. According to the Lansing State Journal, the federal lawsuit filed by Kirby alleges violations of her civil rights. Vandals destroy hundreds of pumpkins at a farm in Jackson County's Spring Arbor Township. This morning, Spring Arbor police are looking to catch the person or persons who did it. The damage to the pumpkins happened sometime between last Friday and Tuesday at the Red Egg Farm. Vandals kicked and slashed the pumpkins with knives, destroying up to 500 pumpkins. That's about $5,000 in damage. Community members are stepping in to help the farm, but if you have any information on who did this, call Spring Arbor Police. Lansing's mayoral candidates will face off tonight right here on WILX.
The capital city has not had a new mayor in 12 years, and both Andy Shore and Judy Brown Clark are hoping to win in November.
The city councilwoman and state representative are taking part in a live debate right here in our studio, and we'll be focusing on some of the biggest issues facing the capital city.
And now we want you to watch it right here on WILX and on our website, WILX.com. It starts at 7 o'clock. And if you have any questions for Andy Shore and Judy Brown Clark that you want answers to, go ahead and send them to us right now on Facebook using the hashtag WILX debate. And Jackson voters will hear from their mayoral candidates tonight as well. A candidate forum is on tap for tonight at the Michigan Theater. Mayoral candidates Derek Dobies and Bill Jors will be there along with city council candidates. That debate begins at 6:30. A Snapchat stirring up some anger and outrage this morning.
Some college students' outfits have some crying racism.